Power is everywhere, shaping the relationships we navigate, the decisions we make, and the outcomes we experience. Whether we acknowledge it or not, power dynamics influence our personal lives, professional ambitions, and even our sense of self. But here's the thing: most of us aren't taught how to understand power, let alone how to wield it effectively. That's where the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene comes in. This modern classic peels back the layers of influence, control, and strategy, revealing the timeless principles that have driven human interactions for centuries. Through captivating historical examples and sharp insights, Greene offers a masterclass in the art of power: how to recognize it, harness it, and protect yourself from being manipulated by it. It's not just a guide for the ambitious, it's a roadmap for anyone who wants to move through the complexities of life with greater awareness and control. Whether you're striving to excel in your career, build meaningful relationships, or simply protect your boundaries, this book equips you with strategies to navigate power dynamics like a seasoned player. In this video, we're diving into the most impactful lessons from the 48 Laws of Power, breaking down key laws that can transform the way you approach challenges and opportunities. Get ready to explore the subtle art of influence and learn how to make power work for you, not against you. Let's begin. In the preface of the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene vividly connects the historical context of power in royal courts to the complexities of modern life. He describes the delicate and treacherous dynamics that characterize the courts of kings, queens, and emperors, where courtiers lived under constant scrutiny. Success depended on subtlety and finesse, as overt displays of ambition or power could provoke jealousy, fear, or retaliation. Courtiers had to master the art of indirection, using charm, deception, and calculated moves to gain favor and secure their position, all while outwardly appearing refined and loyal. Greene draws a parallel to today's world, where explicit power grabs are frowned upon, and societal norms demand a veneer of fairness, decency, and democracy. Yet, beneath this polished surface, the same timeless emotions: envy, ambition, insecurity continue to shape human behavior. Just like in the courts of old, modern power players must navigate a world of concealed motives and veiled intentions, where strategy and self-awareness are essential for survival and success. This context underscores the need for understanding power as an art form. Subtlety becomes a weapon, strategy a shield, and self-awareness a guiding compass. By mastering these skills, one can navigate life's intricacies while avoiding the pitfalls of overexposure, misjudgment, or manipulation. Greene's historical lens reminds us that the game of power is as old as humanity itself, and the rules, though nuanced, remain universal. Robert Greene portrays power as a social game because it inherently revolves around human interaction, influence, and the delicate dance of relationships. Power is not just about dominance or control, it is about understanding people, their motives, fears, desires, and the dynamics that govern their behavior. Greene emphasizes that power is unavoidable in any social environment, from personal relationships to professional hierarchies. Those who attempt to ignore or deny its existence risk being manipulated, outmaneuvered, or left powerless in situations where influence is key. Mastering the social game of power, according to Greene, is essential for success because it allows individuals to navigate the complexities of life with greater control and awareness. In careers, it helps people rise above competition and maintain their positions through strategic thinking and adaptability. In relationships, it enables one to influence without provoking resentment, creating alliances and trust rather than unnecessary conflict. Power is not just about ambition but about preserving one's boundaries, achieving goals, and fostering respect. Greene argues that by learning the principles of power, one gains the ability to make others feel valued, manage conflicts effectively, and achieve influence without being overtly aggressive or manipulative. It's a skill set that, when wielded with subtlety and wisdom, transforms not just your outcomes but also the way others perceive and interact with you, leading to a more fulfilling and successful life. Understanding that power is a social game and that mastering it is essential for navigating life's challenges brings us to the heart of Robert Greene's work, the 48 Laws themselves. These laws distill centuries of wisdom into clear, actionable strategies, each designed to help you recognize opportunities, avoid pitfalls, and influence others with precision. Whether you're looking to solidify your position, outmaneuver challenges, or simply better understand the forces at play in your relationships and career, these laws provide the tools to thrive. Now, let's delve into some of the most impactful and thought-provoking laws from the 48 Laws of Power and explore how they can transform the way you approach the world around you. The first law, never outshine the master, warns against outshining those in positions of power above you. Always make your superiors feel secure, appreciated, and in control, even as you demonstrate your own abilities. A vivid example is the story of Nicolas Fouquet, Louis XIV's finance minister. Fouquet, seeking to solidify his favor with the young king, threw an extravagant party at his magnificent chateau, Vaux-le-Vicomte. The event showcased his wealth, taste, and connections, but instead of impressing Louis, it sparked envy and insecurity. The king perceived Fouquet's grandeur as a challenge to his own authority. Shortly after the party, Louis had Fouquet arrested and replaced him with a more subdued minister, all while building Versailles to outdo Fouquet's splendor. The key takeaway is clear: never make those above you feel overshadowed or insecure. Instead, let their brilliance shine, even if it means downplaying your own. By doing so, you secure their favor and your position. The third law, conceal your intentions, emphasizes the power of secrecy in achieving your goals. By keeping others in the dark about your true plans, you leave them unable to prepare defenses or counter your moves. When your actions are shrouded in mystery, you maintain control and keep others guessing, often leading them to inadvertently assist in your success. Deception and misdirection are key components of this law, as they allow you to guide others down false paths while quietly advancing your true agenda. For example, in the business world, think of a company developing a groundbreaking product. By maintaining secrecy about its features or launch timeline, they not only keep competitors at bay but also create intrigue and excitement. Apple is known for this strategy, often releasing limited information about upcoming products to maintain an element of surprise and ensure maximum impact upon release. This deliberate concealment builds anticipation and gives them a competitive edge. As we move from the importance of never outshining those in power to concealing your intentions, the common thread is strategic control. Both laws remind us that power is about mastering perceptions, whether it's allowing others to feel secure in their position or ensuring they remain uncertain about yours. Now, let's explore another key principle of influence. The law "crush your enemy" totally warns against leaving any remnants of an opponent's power intact. When an enemy is only partially defeated, they retain the ability to recover, regroup, and retaliate. History has shown time and again that allowing an adversary to survive often leads to future conflict and a more determined opponent. A historical example is Julius Caesar's conflict with Pompey during Rome's civil war. After defeating Pompey's forces in battle, Caesar allowed him to flee, believing his rival's defeat was sufficient. However, Pompey regrouped, aligning with allies and prolonging the war. Although Pompey was eventually killed, the delayed resolution caused unnecessary bloodshed and instability. This demonstrates that sparing an enemy often invites future chaos and danger. On a smaller scale, imagine a workplace rivalry where you outmaneuver a competitor for a promotion but fail to address the lingering resentment. That rival, feeling slighted, might seize opportunities to undermine you later, creating ongoing tension. The key takeaway is clear: when you confront an enemy, ensure they are entirely neutralized, whether through total defeat or removing their ability to harm you so they cannot threaten your position again. This law underscores the importance of decisive action. While subtlety and strategy govern many aspects of power, some situations require absolute resolution to secure lasting dominance. The law "Play the Perfect Courtier" focuses on the art of subtlety, charm, and diplomacy as the ultimate tools for gaining influence and securing power in social and professional settings. In any hierarchical environment, be it a royal court, a corporate office, or a social circle, direct confrontation and blunt ambition often breed resentment. Instead, the perfect courtier skillfully maneuvers through complex dynamics with grace, tact, and emotional intelligence, securing favor and influence while avoiding unnecessary conflict. The perfect courtier knows how to flatter without appearing insincere, subtly assert power without being overbearing, and charm superiors without arousing suspicion or envy. They master the delicate balance of yielding when necessary while maintaining an air of quiet strength and competence. Courtiers avoid offending others, diffuse tensions, and make everyone around them feel valued, all while advancing their own goals. This requires constant vigilance and adaptability, as each situation calls for a unique approach. One of the key principles of this law is indirection. Instead of seeking power openly, the courtier plants ideas, influences decisions behind the scenes, and allows others to take credit when necessary. For example, in a professional setting, a skilled employee might discreetly suggest solutions or strategies in meetings, subtly guiding the team while letting the leader take the spotlight. Over time, this builds trust and dependency, securing the employee's position as an indispensable advisor. This approach is as much about managing perceptions as it is about achieving results. The perfect courtier avoids drawing unnecessary attention to themselves, opting instead for a calm and controlled demeanor. They exude confidence and poise, creating an impression of reliability and competence without overshadowing those in power. Ultimately, playing the perfect courtier is about mastering the social game. It allows individuals to navigate delicate relationships, rise through the ranks, and influence outcomes without leaving a trail of animosity. In environments where subtle power dynamics reign, this law is invaluable for achieving long-term success. The law assumed formlessness emphasizes the necessity of adaptability and unpredictability as essential strategies for thriving in dynamic and ever-changing environments. In the game of power, rigidity is a weakness, leaving you vulnerable to those who can exploit your predictable patterns or fixed plans. To succeed, you must embrace fluidity and remain unbound by expectations, allowing yourself to shift and evolve as circumstances demand. The concept draws inspiration from the natural world, particularly water, which takes the shape of any container and flows around obstacles. By remaining adaptable, you can navigate challenges, adjust to unforeseen events, and outmaneuver opponents who are locked into static strategies. Unpredictability further enhances this approach. When your actions are erratic and your plans are not easily deciphered, you keep others off balance, forcing them to react to you instead of preparing their own moves. This control over the flow of events is a hallmark of true power. Historical and modern examples reinforce this principle. Napoleon Bonaparte, known for his military brilliance, constantly altered his strategies to outthink his enemies, who were often caught unprepared for his unconventional tactics. Similarly, in the business world, companies like Amazon and Tesla have embraced flexibility, pivoting their strategies in response to market trends and maintaining an aura of unpredictability that keeps competitors guessing. On a personal level, assuming formlessness means resisting the urge to overly define yourself or cling to a single identity, career path, or method of operation. In doing so, you remain open to opportunities and resilient in the face of change. It also allows you to avoid being boxed in by others' expectations or assumptions, granting you the freedom to operate in ways that suit your goals. The core takeaway is clear: rigidity leads to vulnerability, while adaptability and unpredictability are shields against instability. By staying fluid and formless, you gain the power to respond effectively to any situation and remain one step ahead in the ever-shifting game of life. The recurring themes in the 48 Laws of Power reflect the core principles necessary for mastering influence and navigating the complexities of human relationships. Patience, emotional control, and indirect strategies emerge as foundational skills that empower individuals to rise above impulsive actions and create long-term success. Patience is emphasized throughout the book as the ability to think and act strategically over time, rather than rushing into decisions or forcing outcomes. It allows you to wait for the right moment, assess the situation carefully, and strike when conditions are most favorable. Impulsiveness, on the other hand, often leads to mistakes and exposes vulnerabilities. Those who master patience can maintain a long-term vision and avoid being blindsided by fleeting emotions or temporary setbacks. Emotional control is equally critical. Greene highlights how anger, frustration, or unchecked excitement can cloud judgment and lead to self-sabotage. By maintaining composure and objectivity, you can make rational decisions, respond to challenges strategically, and avoid giving others the advantage of knowing your emotional state. Emotional discipline allows you to project confidence and reliability, which are essential traits for gaining trust and influence. Indirect strategies form the backbone of many of the laws, as they underscore the value of subtlety and deception in achieving goals. Rather than confronting obstacles head-on or revealing intentions outright, indirect approaches such as misdirection, concealment, and persuasion offer a more effective way to gain power. These methods keep others off balance, minimize resistance, and allow you to shape outcomes without attracting unnecessary attention or opposition. Together, these themes create a blueprint for mastering influence. Patience ensures calculated and deliberate actions, emotional control prevents costly mistakes, and indirect strategies provide a powerful means to navigate opposition and uncertainty. Greene's message is clear: the path to power is not about brute force or overt ambition but about cultivating these timeless skills to operate with finesse and precision in a world of complexity and competition. In the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene argues that deception and subtlety, while controversial, are essential tools in navigating power dynamics because they allow individuals to achieve their goals without provoking resistance or hostility. At its core, power is about influence, and open displays of force or ambition often trigger defensive reactions in others. Deception and subtlety, however, enable you to maneuver through social and professional landscapes with precision, keeping others unaware of your true intentions while you shape outcomes in your favor. Deception is not about malicious lies, it's about controlling perceptions. People are often guided more by appearances than by reality, and understanding this allows you to influence their beliefs and decisions without confrontation. Historical and contemporary examples abound, from military strategists like Sun Tzu, who emphasized the value of misdirection, to corporate leaders who keep competitors guessing about their next moves. By concealing your plans or planting misleading clues, you maintain the element of surprise and ensure that others are reacting to you, not the other way around. Subtlety complements deception by allowing you to operate under the radar. Instead of drawing attention to your actions, you create an environment where others feel empowered or unaware of your influence. This might mean letting others take credit for ideas you've subtly guided or planting suggestions that others adopt as their own. By avoiding overt displays of control, you preserve relationships, minimize resistance, and maintain the trust of those around you. Greene contends that these strategies are not inherently immoral but are reflections of the complexities of human nature and the social game we all play. While some may view deception and subtlety as manipulative, he frames them as necessary tools to protect yourself, achieve your goals, and navigate a world where others are likely employing similar tactics. Used wisely, they allow you to operate with sophistication and achieve power without unnecessary conflict or exposure. In modern office politics, the laws of power manifest in subtle yet impactful ways. For instance, when dealing with superiors, it's crucial to apply the principle of never outshining the master. Imagine presenting a successful project to your boss. Instead of taking full credit, you emphasize how their guidance played a vital role in achieving the outcome. This approach not only secures their approval but also ensures you remain an asset rather than a threat to their position. Similarly, concealing your intentions becomes invaluable when aiming for a promotion. By keeping your ambitions private and instead focusing on quietly building your reputation, you avoid unnecessary competition or interference, allowing you to move strategically toward your goal. In social circles, building influence often relies on subtle charm and the ability to read the room. Take a scenario where you're trying to establish yourself within a new group. By playing the perfect courtier, you can engage others with grace and tact, making them feel appreciated while subtly positioning yourself as someone they admire and rely on. Instead of seeking the spotlight, you redirect attention to those around you, creating goodwill and trust. Over time, this indirect approach ensures your influence grows without overt displays of control or ambition. When it comes to personal goal setting, the law of planning all the way to the end is particularly powerful. Consider setting out to start a new business. Rather than diving in impulsively, you map out every potential obstacle, consequence, and outcome, ensuring you're prepared for setbacks and can adapt when necessary. This foresight not only minimizes risk but also helps you stay focused and disciplined as you move toward your objective. Across these scenarios, the consistent thread is the art of subtlety, strategy, and self-awareness. Whether navigating office dynamics, cultivating social influence, or pursuing personal ambitions, these laws provide timeless guidance for achieving power without unnecessary resistance or conflict. The laws never outshine the master and plan all the way to the end offer valuable strategies for achieving career success and avoiding common pitfalls. Never outshine the master is particularly relevant when dealing with superiors or decision-makers in your workplace. Success in a project, for instance, should be framed in a way that reflects positively on your manager or leader. Suppose you complete a project that garners widespread recognition. Instead of presenting it as entirely your achievement, emphasize how their guidance or vision helped steer the process. This allows them to feel secure in their position while recognizing your competence. The pitfall many fall into is seeking too much credit, inadvertently threatening their superior's status. This can lead to resentment, missed opportunities, or even being sidelined in favor of less threatening colleagues. By focusing on elevating your leader's position, you build trust and ensure your contributions are seen as collaborative rather than competitive. On the other hand, plan all the way to the end is a law that fosters foresight and strategic thinking, essential for long-term career growth. When considering a career change or taking on a major project, mapping out the entire process from initiation to potential outcomes is critical. For example, if you're looking to transition into a leadership role, you should anticipate not just the steps required to earn the promotion but also the challenges you'll face in the role, such as managing teams or handling greater responsibility. Many professionals falter by focusing only on short-term wins or failing to foresee potential obstacles, leaving them unprepared for setbacks. By planning all the way to the end, you not only position yourself for success but also maintain control over the trajectory of your career, avoiding surprises that could derail your progress. Both laws highlight the importance of strategic humility and meticulous preparation. They remind us that success often lies not in bold, overt displays of ambition but in subtle, calculated actions that foster trust, anticipate challenges, and secure long-term stability. The principles outlined in the 48 Laws of Power are undeniably effective, but their application raises significant ethical concerns. At their core, these laws revolve around influence, control, and manipulation concepts that, when misused, can erode trust, damage relationships, and harm reputations. While the book does not necessarily advocate malicious intent, the potential for misuse lies in the hands of the practitioner. One of the primary ethical dilemmas stems from the emphasis on deception and subtle manipulation. Laws such as conceal your intentions or use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim can create scenarios where individuals feel betrayed if they discover they've been misled or used. For instance, in professional settings, concealing your true motives to outmaneuver a colleague might yield short-term gains, but it risks alienating them and others who may perceive you as untrustworthy. Over time, a reputation for manipulation can make it harder to build meaningful alliances or secure genuine support. Another ethical challenge arises when these laws are applied without regard for empathy or the well-being of others. Crush your enemy totally or make others dependent on you can lead to behaviors that prioritize self-interest over collaboration, fostering environments of fear or resentment. In personal relationships, employing strategies that undermine trust or exploit vulnerabilities can irreparably damage bonds, leaving the practitioner isolated or surrounded by hostility. Ultimately, the misuse of these laws often results in reputational damage. A manipulative or power-hungry reputation can spread quickly, particularly in today's interconnected world, where actions are frequently scrutinized. While the short-term results of certain strategies might appear advantageous, they often come at the cost of long-term credibility and relationships. To mitigate these ethical risks, it's essential to approach the laws with caution and self-awareness. Using them responsibly means balancing strategy with integrity, understanding when subtle influence is appropriate and when transparency and collaboration are more ethical and effective. When wielded with care, the laws can guide individuals toward thoughtful leadership and influence. However, when misused, they can lead to a path of mistrust, isolation, and ultimately, failure in both personal and professional spheres. The 48 laws of power can be powerful tools for navigating social, professional, and personal dynamics, but their impact depends entirely on how they are used. These laws are not inherently good or bad, they are strategies drawn from centuries of human behavior, and their value lies in the intent and context of their application. When approached responsibly, they can help individuals cultivate influence, build trust, and achieve their goals without undermining their integrity or relationships. Using the laws responsibly starts with understanding them as tools rather than weapons. Each law provides insight into human behavior and the subtle dynamics of influence, offering ways to anticipate challenges, build alliances, and avoid unnecessary conflicts. However, they should not be used to exploit or harm others, as this often leads to short-term success at the cost of long-term consequences. For instance, while conceal your intentions can be effective in maintaining privacy around your goals, it should not be used to manipulate others in ways that erode trust. Instead, it can serve as a protective strategy, ensuring your plans are not prematurely disrupted by external interference. Judicious use of the laws also requires a deep awareness of context. Strategies that might be effective in competitive environments, such as crush your enemy totally, may not be suitable or ethical in collaborative or personal settings. A balanced practitioner recognizes that power is not always about domination but often about creating mutually beneficial outcomes. For example, make others feel important and avoid the unhappy and unlucky can be used to uplift and align with positive influences rather than manipulate or exclude. At the heart of using these laws responsibly is emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Power is a social construct, and its effectiveness relies on the perceptions and reactions of others. Acting with respect, empathy, and a genuine understanding of the people you engage with ensures that your influence builds rather than destroys. Responsible practitioners of the law seek not only to achieve their own goals but also to maintain trust and foster healthy, constructive relationships. Ultimately, the 48 laws of power are a framework for understanding the complexities of human interaction. When used with care and integrity, they can guide you to navigate power dynamics effectively while preserving your reputation and values. Power wielded responsibly is not only more ethical but also more sustainable, allowing you to thrive without alienating others or compromising your principles. Power is an undeniable force in every aspect of life, shaping our relationships, careers, and ambitions. By understanding the principles in the 48 laws of power, you gain the ability to navigate these dynamics with awareness and purpose. These laws aren't about manipulation for its own sake, they're about recognizing the subtle rules that govern human behavior and learning how to influence others thoughtfully and effectively. Mastering these strategies allows you to protect yourself, achieve your goals, and build a life of greater control and confidence. As we've explored, power is neither inherently good nor bad, it's how we choose to use it that defines its impact. Reflect on the principles we've discussed and consider how they apply to your own life. How can you use them to strengthen relationships, overcome challenges, and make better decisions? The key is to approach these laws with responsibility, integrity, and a willingness to learn. If you found value in this video, let us know by liking it, sharing it with others, and subscribing to the channel. Join the conversation in the comments, tell us which law resonated most with you or how you've seen these principles play out in your own experiences. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss more insights on topics that help you grow and succeed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.